going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Big B, Barrel Solomon. I'm the owner of this company right over here, Wealthy Commercials. Today, we're going to discuss 10 commandments on how to close a deal. Started this company 2.5 years ago, grew it to a multi-million-dollar a year firm, providing video sales tools for people to help them close deals, get more contracts. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. I'm going to show you how we train our people to do it. This stuff is gold. Buckle in for the next 10 minutes. It's going to be worth every single second. I promise you that. Number one, always bring a contract. I was sitting in a client 4 months ago. One of the biggest deals I ever signed in my life. I came there, it was the first time I ever met the boys. I came with a contract. It was loose. It was an outline of a contract. I left space for myself in case I needed to alter things, to put in pricing, whatever it was. The boys signed the contract right then and there. He said to me, you know why I gave you this contract, kid? Everybody tries to come get my business, but you came with a signed contract. Suppliers always come and they send me a proposal after, and I have to wait 2-3 weeks for it. You, kid, came with a contract. I like your style. Let's roll. You mean business. I'm down. I'm in. Always bring a contract and always follow up on every single sales call with a proposal, with figures, with pricing, with everything. Next, always give an offer. I cannot stand when people try to solicit my business here in Wealthy Commercials and they do not give me a price. I'm trying to build an IT infrastructure here. I've had 3 companies already come and quote. Nobody's giving me a quote. How am I supposed to make a decision if I don't know what the thing costs? Ladies and gentlemen, do not be scared of your price. Always, always, always give a price right then and there. By the way, if you don't know exactly what it's going to cost you, you have an idea. You've been doing this long enough. If you have to overshoot and say, listen, I might have some room, let me work those numbers, but here's a ballpark figure of what it's going to cost you, always give a price. People cannot make a decision without pricing. Number 3, always ask the question, do you have enough information to make a decision? A lot of times you'll be selling the person till he's blue in the face and you're just selling and selling and selling, and he or she knows what you're doing, and the more you sell, the more their interest level goes down because you're not hitting their proper points that you want to hit. So you always want to ask, do you have enough information to make a decision? 2 things are going to happen. One is they're going to say, yes, let's roll, or more often than not, they're going to say no, and they say, great, what is it that you need more information on that I could help you make the decision? So that question is very powerful. Do you have enough information to make a decision, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer? Once they say no, you always uncover the objection. The only reason why people don't buy, it's never price. It's never price because they don't believe that your product is going to solve their problem. Once they have confidence that your product will solve their problem, they will buy regardless of price every time. If somebody tells you, this thing costs $100,000, but it will turn into $1 million guaranteed if you give me this $100,000, who wouldn't get that $100,000 together? You have to give them confidence. You have to figure out what the objection is. So let's deal with a few objections. Common objection is price. How do you deal with a pricing objection? You do it like this. Great, I agree with you, it's a lot of money. Hey, it's not a bite to eat at lunch. I agree with you, the product is $10, $15, $20, $100,000. I agree with you, it's a lot of money. Always agree with the client. But I gotta tell you, sir, you are in a position to do this. There's companies today that are closing their doors. Thank God your company is in a position to do this. Let's take time out of the equation. You deserve this, you need this is what you need. We have it, let's roll. I need your signature here and here. That's pricing objection. Let's say competitor. Let's say your competitor is cheaper, half the price, which is usually the case in my situation, where I have people competing with me. They're copying my business left, right, and center and undercutting me by half the price. I say, I agree with you, sir. I agree with you, miss. They are half the price, but I want to tell you, with us, you get A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Please don't compare my product to theirs. You're not comparing apples to oranges. When you buy with us, you get me. Let's do this. Let's roll. And by the way, even if I am more expensive, on paper, what I'm delivering you is actually cheaper than what they're delivering to you because the value is loaded up, jam-packed in value. Okay, let's say they want to add time to the equation. You say to them like this, okay, fine, I agree with you. Take your time. Let's get out of the close for a second. What is stopping you, sir? Is that your infrastructure is not able to handle this right now? Is it a money situation? Is it me? Why would you like to slow this sales down? Let's say they say it's an infrastructure problem. I don't have the time to handle this. Great, I agree with you. Your time is valuable, miss. course, Mrs. Buyer, but I want to tell you that we are experts at what we do. This is a little bit of time involvement on your end. This is the heavy lifting we're doing right here. Let my people handle it. We have 20 people that work in my company. We're trained professionals, and let us do the work for you. That's why you're hiring us. So you want to find out what their objection is. You want to find out what their objection is, and you want to handle that objection. There's a reason why they're not buying. When you find the objection, you uncover it, and you go right towards it, and you expose why that's not really a problem. You will close more sales. Next, always write down common objections. You think that you're hearing hundreds of different objections. It's the same 10 objections. It's money, it's price, it's time, it's competitor, it's I can't afford this right now, I don't know if we need this, I don't know if it's going to work. It's the same 10 objections. We write every single objection down. And before we get on a heavy-duty sales call, we will drill and rehearse. And you got to do this too. You got to drill and rehearse those objections. So when somebody gives you a pricing objection, or somebody gives you a competitor objection, or somebody gives you a I don't know if this is going to work for me objection, all you got to do is press that button, oh, objection number 2, and it comes out of your mouth, and you don't even have to think about it. You know how to handle that objection. Don't be caught like a deer in the headlights. I don't know how to handle this objection. You got to know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Know the answers to the hard questions that the people are asking, and don't shy away from their objection. An objection is just an objection. It's not a no. It's just a complaint. Number 6, this one is probably the most important. I highlighted it over here. This is my personal biggest sales tool that I use on every single close, on every single deal, on every single transaction, is a video testimonial from one of my clients. Whenever I have a client that is happy, that we've done great work for, that's made boatloads of money with us, that we've helped them streamline their process, we've helped them create sales, I will personally fly down a person. I will pay for somebody to go to their office, a videographer. They'll spend a few hours with them, capture them on film, saying how much money we made them, how much we helped them build their business. I will capture them saying that, and I will put it together in a beautiful 1 to 2 minute video testimonial from the client, and I let my client do the selling for me. A fear that your client has is that you are just a sneaky salesman who's trying to get in his sale, and he doesn't trust that your product really works. When your clients do the selling for you, there's nothing more powerful than video testimonials. Heavy duty hitters for this one right here. All right. Number 7, always assume the close. I was in a close last week on Friday. My sales team watched the whole thing go down. They think I'm the king, and I'm going to share it with you. I asked all the questions. I gave an offer. I said, do you have enough information to make a decision? I handled their objections. And at the end, I went back to the question, do you guys now have enough information to make a decision? It was like crickets on the phone. Nobody said a word. I said, guys, we handle all your objections. We made you an offer. Our product is good. You need what we have. We need what you have. Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys all a mazel tov. Congratulations. You guys are going to love it. We're going to do great business together. I will send over the paperwork shortly. They were blown away. One of the people on the phone said, listen, we really have to learn from this guy, Beryl Solomon, because he knows what the heck he's talking about. My sales team fell on the floor and they started praising me as some sort of sales guru. Assume the close. A buyer is a buyer. You have to assume that they're going to take it, and you have to go with vigor and with force. And even if they cannot make a decision, make the decision for them if you believe in your product. If you don't believe in your product, go out of business and fold your company. But if you truly believe, as I do, that my video sales tools that salesmen use in their hands every single day help them make sales, then you will feel bad if you don't make that deal. Assume the close. Next, always get payment information. Guys, nobody could do business with you if they cannot pay you. So here's a technique that I use whenever I'm on a sales call. Let's say I have the CEO, the CFO, and the controller on the phone with me, and they like it, they bought it, they said, great, we love it, perfect. I'll say, Mr. Boss, Mr. Owner, can I please call you for a second when we get off the phone? He'll say, sure. He never says no. I'll pick up the phone, I'll dial his cell phone number, he'll give it to me on the call. I'll say, great, I would like to send you an invoice. Where would you like me to make the invoice to? Is it this address, your head office? I'll already have the head address in my system. He'll say, yeah, that's the address. Great. Just to go over, we're going to give you the 1% discount. Great. Thank you so much for the discount. And hey, Mr. Buyer, I wanted to tell you that we also give a 1% discount if you use credit card. And he'll say, what? A 1% discount if I use credit card? Why? I say, your accounts payable people are busy. My accounts receivable people are busy. If you give me the credit card, we'll give you the 1% discount. You get to get the points, go to Miami, take your kids to Miami this winter. What is a credit card? Do you have it on you by any chance? He'll say, yeah. I say, great. Visa or Amex? And he'll say, Amex. I'll say, great. Does it start with a 3? He said, how did you know that? Every Amex starts as a 3. If it's a Visa, is a Visa or Amex? Visa. Does it start with a 4? How did you know that? Every Visa starts with a 4. I don't tell him that, but everyone does. Great, Mr. Buyer. Can I please have the digits on the front? He'll give me the digits. Great, Mr. Buyer. Could I please have the expiry date, the number on the back, the address, the billing address associated with it? Beautiful, Mr. Buyer. I'm not going to charge the card until I send you my invoice, of course, and I will give you a heads up before we charge you. Thank you so much for the business. Can't wait to do business with you. Looking forward to it. Always get payment information. Always send an invoice. Do not be afraid to ask for money. When a waiter serves you in a restaurant and he comes and he brings your bill to you at the end of the meal, he does not feel bad about it. You ordered, you pay. You got to pay to play, ladies and gentlemen. You're selling a product. Don't be scared to ask for money. All right, next, 9, always stay in the close. This is very difficult for a lot of people. I struggled with it for a long time. You're going to be scrappy at this at first, but you got to stay in the close. So let's say you've pushed. You believe in what you're doing. You believe in your product. You believe in your product. What do you do when the guy says, sir, I feel like you're pressuring me, and I don't like that? You say to him back, I understand, I agree with you. I also don't like being pressured, but I got to tell you, please do not mistake my pressure for my passion. I believe in my product, Mr. Buyer. If I don't make a deal right now, I will go home and feel like I cheated you because I know what I have works and I know what's going to work for you. Please do not mistake my passion for pressure. Let's do this. I need your signature here and here with the right people. Let's roll. All right, stay in the close. Don't leave it. Just because a buyer said it's too expensive doesn't mean you go home and cry to your mom. Just because he says your competitor is too expensive doesn't mean you have to drop your price. All these things are irrelevant. You got to stay in that close. When you're more sold than he's sold, he's going to stay with you. All right, number 10, never give up. Maybe the product that you're on is not good enough for him. Maybe your buyer needs a more expensive product. So you figure out, okay, how do I add value to this thing? Maybe he needs a lesser product and you give a lesser product. You got to move him up on your inventory and find out what his problem is. Where a door closes, a window opens. You got to figure out how to get into that window. Don't give up. Call him again a week. Say, Mr. Buyer, I understand it's not time for you. Is it okay if I call you a week from now? I would like to present to you another offer. Stay in that close and never give up. Guys, I hope this brought you a lot of value. This has been the 10 Commandments on how to close a deal with your boy Big B. Go get him this week, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in the close. Make your money, feed your family, support your communities. Let's roll and let's become together.